last game against Penn State, you had said everyone was already hyper-focused on Michigan State. Did that continue through the week? What did you see this week during the bye week as far as the focus on this rivalry game?
Yeah, I did see that throughout the week, whether we were practicing, walking through, lifting. I thought Ronnie Bell said it well earlier in the week. I mean, just focus on being where your feet are at. And I thought our guys did a tremendous job of that throughout the week.
Alejandro?
What stands out to you about Michigan State as you've started to prepare for them?
A lot of things, a lot of really good things. It's a really good team, dangerous in a lot of ways. I think the quarterback's really good. Physical team that runs the ball well, really good off the play action pass. Probably the best receiving core we played. Defense is very opportunistic. They have guys that have a knack for getting the ball out and making big plays. Special teams, more the same. The returner's outstanding. So it's a big challenge. Our team knows that. We've all been preparing to get ready for this game.
Stay on the left, John.
In your own experience, what is it about this rivalry that increases the pulse on both sides?
I think everybody wants it so bad. Everybody wants to win. Players, coaches, fan bases. It's at about as high a level as it can be.
On the right, Tony.
And sort of piggybacking off of that, there's always different approaches going into a game like this. Sometimes it's another game and you got to treat it as such so you don't get too high, and then there's the other times where this is a rivalry game and we are not preparing in the same way. It is that next level. What is the balance that you guys are sort of trying to find this week in that?
Yeah, in the way that you expect to be preparing at 10 out of 10 for every game you play, right? I mean, if you're not, then what are you doing? But no matter what, if that has somehow decreased, over the weeks, then you're back up to. You have no doubt that it's where it's at, this week, and for both sides. The old cliche, throw out the records is very true, and it doesn't matter. Both sides just want it that much.
Larry?
Jim, when you're facing a team that has struggled like Michigan State has this season, does it make it any easier to get your players' attention based on recent results in this rivalry?
Yeah, no question. Yeah, our guys really want to win this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want to win it. And I have no doubt that if you pulsed every player and every coach on both sides, that they'd tell you the exact same thing.
On the left, there, Corey.
Coach, sometimes in these big rivalry games, you'll hear of coaches pulling out bulletin board material to amp their players up and get them revved up. For you heading into this game, is there anything that is motivating you outside of winning? Like, what's motivating you going into this rivalry game?
Just really wanting to win this game. And that's enough.
Larry?
Collectively, Jim, with your pass rush, share just your feelings on how they've, made the most of their opportunity in the group.
Yeah, keeps getting better and better. Love the way we're trending there in the pass rush, the run defense, getting guys to the ball. That's one that I see us getting better and better. Every team has a get back coach, that gets guys back on the sideline. We've instituted a get to coach. Let's get to the ball. Can we get 5 guys? Can we get 6? Can we get 7 or 8? You're probably not going to be able to get 10 or 11 because somebody's really far away from the play or playing the backside of the play. But and I think that's what pursuit. That's what takes your defense from being a really good defense to being a dominant defense. So get as many guys pursuing to the football and that's where a lot of those turnovers are come from and big plays. So that's been a focus to just try to take us to another level defensively.
Who's the get-to coach?
I've taken on the responsibility to be the get-to coach, but I've enlisted some others too. So I've got some fellow get-to coaches. Yeah. Now, if we're only getting 1 guy to the ball or 2 or 3, that's not enough. Coach, we're only getting 3 guys to the ball. Okay, that's not good enough. Let's get 5 or 6.
Andrew?
After the Penn State game, I don't know if you saw James Franklin said that he took issue with the Michigan Stadium tunnel, or at least how halftime is managed. I guess, do you feel it's an issue, and will any changes be implemented going forward?
I really got bigger fish to fry than Coach Franklin's opinion on the halftime tunnel from a game ago. But all you got to do is walk into their locker room. I think you saw pretty clearly that they completely stopped. They weren't letting us get up the tunnel, and it just seemed like such a sophomoric ploy to try to keep us out of our locker room. And he looked like he was the ringleader of the whole thing. So, but no, I got bigger fish to fry than worry about that kind of whining.
On the left, Chris?
Coach, can you talk about what Coach Klink has said about Jay with the safeties this year and what you've seen from Jay and how he's adapted to that?
Yeah, Jay's just done a great job. Coach Klink has, it's just been a monumental job that he's done coming here as it relates to the secondary. I think Jay's doing a heck of a job in the secondary. He's doing a monumental job coaching the special teams. But, the staff continues to, just be A+ across the board. Everybody pulling in the same direction, everybody bleeding blue. It's been phenomenal, so want to keep that going.
Back left?
Right, Coach. Brandon Green with ABC 12. When you look at a bye week, how do you not overstudy or overanalyze your game plan?
That's a great question. I think you do it. You figure more study is better, more is more. But yeah, it's a good question. And then when the Saturday rolls around and you have no game to coach, I felt like I was out to sea. So very, very, very happy to be back in the game week mode.
Middle?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so last year, Andrew Anthony scored first again in the game. What are you anticipating out of him this week?
Andrell, he's been really, coming to the fore much more. He's hitting his stride. So I continue to feel like he's going to become, more and more part of every game. Making a big play a game. That's kind of what I've come to expect from Andrell, and he's just a phenomenal player, doing everything right as always. So I figure, he's more. Just can't say enough good things about him.
You think he plays with any vengeance, being an East Lansing native?
Vengeance? No, I wouldn't use that word. He just always plays the game right. Always gives it everything he's got. He's always ready to play each and every week, and playing like all the guys on the team. Yeah, it's, as I said earlier, I mean, go talk to all of them, you know. On both sides, I think you're going to find that everybody really wants to play well and everybody wants to win this game.
Back left, Michael.
Jim, for the players that are back on this year's team from last year, what did you kind of notice in the aftermath of last year's Michigan State game, the traits that they exhibited to make sure the season didn't go downhill and it stayed with the standard that you're hoping for from them?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. The players that are back on this year's team from last year that experienced the game up in East Lansing,
Yeah.
what kinds of traits did they exhibit in the weeks after that to make sure the season didn't go downhill and stick to the standard that you're hoping for from them?
Gotcha. Yeah, I just, you know, this team, this and last year's team. I mean, there's a great attitude. There's a great culture that's here, and probably sum it up. And everybody bleeds blue. Everybody's pulling the same direction, and there's been a real cultural momentum from last year to this year.
Back left, Aaron.
Jim, you went back to San Francisco, like over the weekend. What was that like, and do you feel like you got some closure given the way that things went down there in San Francisco at the end of your tenure?
I mean, the closure was right away, you know. I mean, and you know, whatever. I don't get bitter. I get better. You know, it's always what I strive to do, and it's always served really well.
On the right here, Austin.
Jim, it looked like Eric All had posted a photo going into surgery. What's his status and possibility that he'll be back this year?
I won't be back this year, and he had a surgery that he needed, and that was successful, and we look forward to really just rehab for Eric, but won't be able to play this year.
On the right, Reiner.
Jim, how did the tenor of the rivalry change, I guess, compared to when you ended the program as a player versus when you came back as a coach?
I really haven't seen that much of a change. You know, it's just it's always been you know, red letter game, big game. Was then, is now. Bo used to highlight it. I mean, had these red letter games, and Michigan State was always one. I mean, it's one you really wanted to win. It was for the state championship, and even conference championship implications every year. I mean, it's the same now. I mean, we've told you how we feel about it. You know, it's one of our 4 major goals, and so I really don't think it's changed all that much.
Got time for a couple more if you have them. Aaron.
Jim, is Cade any closer to coming back, being cleared to play again?
No, I don't really have any update on that right now.
All right.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.